Good evening and welcome to the Channel studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Russia's Vladimir Putin will hold a signing ceremony on Friday, formally annexing 4 more areas of Ukraine after conducting self-styled referendums condemned by Ukraine and the West as a sham. A stage has already been set up in Moscow's Red Square, with billboards proclaiming the 4 regions as part of Russia. Russian-backed officials had earlier claimed the 5-day exercise had secured almost total support from those who took part, although no independent monitoring took place. So-called votes were held in 2 eastern regions, Luhansk and Donetsk, and in Zaporizhia and Kherson in the south. Sweden has found a new leak in a major undersea pipeline carrying Russian natural gas to the EU, making it the 4th discovered so far this week. Denmark and Sweden reported gas leaks in the Nord Stream 1 and 2 pipelines earlier this week. NATO said the incidents were the result of deliberate, reckless and irresponsible acts of sabotage. Russia dismissed suggestions that it had attacked its own pipelines as predictable and stupid. One of the most dangerous storms to hit the US in years has left 2.4 million homes and businesses in Florida without power and floodwaters surging inland. Hurricane Ian smashed into the coast with wind speeds of up to 241 kilometers an hour. This security camera video showed the winds pounding Florida's Atlantic coast city of Daytona Beach. In Fort Myers, floodwaters swept through the streets, nearly reaching up to the 2nd floor of some buildings. And here in the Naples Bayfront, with floodwaters sending boats and debris down the Gordon River. The Category 4 hurricane was later downgraded to a tropical storm. However, Floridians were warned that the most dangerous 24 hours lay ahead.
The storm is incredibly dangerous, to state the obvious. It's life-threatening. You should obey all warnings and directions from emergency officials. Don't take anything for granted. Use their judgment, not yours. Evacuate when ordered. Be prepared. The storm warnings are real, the evacuation notices are real, the danger is real, and when the storm passes, the federal government's going to be there to help you recover.
Here, views of Ian from the International Space Station showing the scale of the storm. Ian is now continuing to move north through Florida. It is expected to reach Georgia and South Carolina on Friday. US and South Korean military vessels led by the USS Ronald Reagan aircraft carrier have participated in naval exercises off South Korea's eastern coast. The US warship and vessels from its accompanying strike group arrived in South Korea last week for the first time in about 4 years for joint drills with the South in a show of force intended to send a message to North Korea. The drills came as US Vice President Kamala Harris arrived in South Korea for a visit amid simmering regional tensions over North Korea's missile launches and China's actions in the Taiwan Strait. The plight of women in Iran was on the minds of some of the world's most influential women as they walked the red carpet at Variety's Power of Women event. Hillary and Chelsea Clinton, Oprah Winfrey and Ava DuVernay led the honorees at the annual gathering in Beverly Hills in California, joined by key female role models including Nobel Peace Prize winner Malala Yousafzai. The event is held to mark the achievements of women across society, including politics, entertainment and philanthropy. It comes amid protests and demonstrations around the world, following the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini, who died while being held in police detention in Iran for not following headscarf laws. And finally, luxury car company Porsche has been valued at 75 billion euros or $72 billion in Germany's 2nd biggest market debut ever. Defying volatile markets, the sports car brand was priced by Volkswagen at the top end of the indicated range, raising 19.5 billion euros from the flotation to fund the group's electrification drive. Porsche AG stock was trading up 3% from the issue price. Porsche AG's chief executive, Oliver Blume, hailed the listing as a historic moment as he hugged colleagues and rang the bell on a packed Frankfurt Stock Exchange trading floor. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel studios in Lagos.